So you have a tremendous following on LinkedIn, like we are just talking about.
Yeah.
I've been following you for a little while now. How many followers do you have at this point?
Oh God, like 34,000, something like
34,000. Awesome.
that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how did you get there? How did you get to that many followers?
That's a good question. It really has grown over the last year and a half. Because a year and a half ago, I only had 500 followers, right?
Oh,
500
wow.
connections. Yeah. So, and that's just, I mean, a lot of, I feel like we've grown our channels totally differently, right?
Yes.
You're
Yes.
strategic, and you have a really good brain for growth and development. And mine is all like creative and just like organic, So I don't know. So for me, I've grown my platform based on consistent creation, right?
Okay. Okay.
And
Nice.
yeah, reaching out to people like you who are killing it and learning from you. I love it. I love the hustle. I respect it so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
there's a lot to say in surrounding ourselves with people and surrounding ourselves with a community of people who just want to hustle and just want
Yeah.
to like reach that success and that new level, because that raises our expectations up too, right?
100%. And that's been my biggest struggle, is finding great people to surround myself with. And that's what I've been working on. A lot of people ask me the same question. How did you build your LinkedIn to so many people? I'll be totally honest. The first 7,000 people I added myself. And I just clicked add. And eventually what happened was I started to post, and people were engaging, and then people would share it, and people would see it, and people would like it, and their people would follow me. And it just sort of got me going. And I think that a lot of people, their biggest problem on LinkedIn is they don't have enough base. So a lot of the people that follow me, they have like 248 people on their LinkedIn. So Berel Solomon is always on top of their feed, because out of those 248 people, 247 of them are totally boring and dead on LinkedIn. And I'm the only guy that's posting. So I automatically dominate their feed. So it grew like that. So the first 7,000 I just added randomly, and then it sort of grew with time. And that's what I think a lot of people, they would benefit from, is don't be so selective at first. LinkedIn will actually find you the right people that are connected to your network already, and they sort of have a method to their madness who they're suggesting you to add. So
Right.
if people added enough people and built that base, and then they started posting great content like you mentioned, they would start to build their following much, much faster.
So tell me a little bit more about that. Tell me how you said you weren't selective, but there was a method to your madness, and that was
Yes.
people who you may know, or how did you start adding all those folks in?
Right. So my very sophisticated strategy at first was I took my thumb and I just click. It was super, it was super strategized. But like I said, so once the 7,000 was there, then I started posting, and I've reached over 30,000. So you could actually only have 30,000 connections, as you know, on LinkedIn, and then you could have followers up until whatever you want, 10 million people if you want. So right now I have like 29,990 connections, but I have 30,000 something followers. And those connections now, really in the past 4 or 5 months, I've only been letting people add me, that are, good quality prospective people that we could eventually do business with. So that's, I guess, been the strategy. That's been, and your content is really unique in a sense that, can you tell us a little bit about your content, your strategy, what you've been posting out there, how you have engaged? Some of your posts have 500 plus, engagements on it, which is huge.
Yeah, I think it's important to niche down in whatever you do, right? We know that there's no spray and pray approach that just doesn't work. You need to be a little strategic. So
spray and pray, I like that.
Yeah. So for my creative endeavor, I've been practicing a lot more on the creative side for marketing and branding and personal branding, right? Specifically in the differently abled community, for people who have different abilities that want to feel empowered, inspired, encouraged to rejoin the workforce after probably leaving it because of illness, or maybe they were told, or the job search was just too difficult for them. Yeah, that's how it all launched. That's so the site is a little different than, the average creator on LinkedIn.
Differently abled. I like that. So what do you do practically? What is your business? How does Chantel keep the lights on in her apartment?
So that's a good question. Stardust Creative, I launched a year ago, and that focuses on personal branding, LinkedIn strategy. It focuses on how to stand out when you could be perceived as weak, or, you know, those perceived parameters, right? Whether it's age, race, gender, all of these different unconscious bias elements that people think about. I mean, unconscious bias is real, right? That's what I highlight into that and make sure that we call out the elephant in the room, joke about it, and make sure that it's described so it's there. It's not unconscious anymore. It's conscious.
Awesome.
Heck yeah. So how about you? Let's flip the scripts, Berel. It's your turn to shine.
Bam. All right. Well, this is my favorite subject myself. So I'm going to jump right in over here. So I started Wealthy Commercials 2.5 years ago. By the way, we have to keep this on to a 10-minute minimum. So just watch it. Okay. How long are we at right now?
Oh God, like 5 minutes. We're fine.
Okay. In a nutshell, and really, it actually isn't about me. I want to teach people watching this how to leverage LinkedIn. I built a business from zero. We're going to do $2.5 million in volume this year, thank God, in revenue. We did it in a very short amount of time. I did it mainly using LinkedIn. I want to teach everybody how to do that. So here's the structure, and I'll tell people what I do, because I can't stand when people are like, Berel, what do you actually do? And I'm like, if you really cared, if you really took 29 seconds, you would find out exactly what I did. I used to, I started the company producing videos for businesses. As time grew, we then doubled down on the marketing of the videos. So now we are full marketing suite agency that not only do we come up with the videos A to Z, we film them, we produce them, we distribute them in front of millions of people on every social media platform, and then we drive qualified leads through ClickFunnels to your salespeople. So it's really the whole front end of the business we take care of, and then we bring them into the companies. We bring qualified hot leads into the companies for the companies to close. My biggest problem is we're leading the horse to water, but they don't know how to drink. So we're producing these crazy qualified leads, and people just don't know how to close them. So I had to write a book, which is called like this, The Ultimate Liaison Marketing Guide. This is for like the healthcare industry, teaching healthcare professionals how to close deals. They just don't know how to close patients. Right. So I literally have to like hold their hand A to Z to sustain my business, but it's okay. I like it. So that I built this whole thing more or less, I'd say 90%. First of all, 99% of it was God, 1% was LinkedIn, but it was a substantial 1%. And the way that I did is, like I mentioned, I added the first 7,000 people. I post, I think, pretty good content. And by the way, you'll probably attest to this. You don't necessarily know what is going to be good content or not. I filmed things that I thought was going to be like, wow, viral, killer content, my best thing ever. And it got like 2,000 views.
I know. What the heck? What's up with that?
And then I'll film myself like in the mirror in the morning saying, wow, I look good and feel good in my suit. And the thing gets like 225,000 views. And like, so a lot of people are scared to post content because they don't know if it's perfect, what's going to work, what's not going to work. The truth is, I tell people, you don't see most of my posts. You only see that 1 out of 5 that, got traction. The 4 other duds you didn't see. So great. Now that people have traction on their posts, now that people have a little following, how do they get business from it? And the answer is you go through the likes, comments, and shares of the post, and you see if the person who liked, commented, and shared your post had something to do with your industry that you could offer value to. Bam, I get on the phone, I close him, I make money, and I go to the next.
Boom! Boom!
Bam! Bam!
Yeah.
So that's
no,
it.
I mean, that's the way to do it right there, is not that super sales pressure, right? It's that more organic human connection.
Vincent!